Yeah, you're right. The ties with the UK, as you know, go back over 100 years. Barclays, which was our parent, was in most of those markets for roughly 100 years. And as I look at it now, as the UK stepped away a bit over the last 10 years, 15 years, yeah, other trade partners came through. And as an Absa group, you know, we certainly sought to make sure we were open to do business with all of those corridors, all of those economies wanting to step in as Africa becomes more interesting.
And it's a stunningly diverse and wonderful continent as well. But what with it brings enormous opportunities for Absa and enormous challenges as well. Why don't you just give us the broad brush on where you see the biggest challenges and where you're most excited at the moment, and then when the others will come in.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, first of all, we're in 12 markets across the continent. So that is our advantage. As I said earlier, we've been there 100 years. So we think we know Africa. As we look at it, yeah, people want growth, they want yield pickup. Africa does represent that opportunity. But as we know, it comes with challenges. And usually it's around the currency, it's around hard currency, it's around pricing, transparency of pricing, legal enforceability, and then depth of the local market. Those are all absolutely critical elements as we look at the market and investment into the continent.
Yeah, Charles, I mean, showing up confidence, however, in not just South Africa, but also the rest of the continent is also important in driving investment into it, right? And doing that when you have the kind of issues you sometimes have, whether it be around power issues, whether it be around transporting goods in and around the continent as well, all of that can sometimes be one of the biggest bugbears for why investment doesn't come in. How does one tell that story to people who want to perhaps get in, but can't because of that's the issues that they then become worried about, whether it be in the form of regulation or anything else?
Well, I think first of all, you've got to look for the right partners to go into the continent. And again, I think that's where we believe and we can play a massive part. The banking sector is strong across the continent. So, you know, as partners, what do we look to do? We're trying to create increased transparency. In a few weeks' time, we're actually releasing the Africa Financial Markets Index, you know, and we analyze, or OMFIF analyzed 28 countries. This will be the 8th year of it. And what we try to do is just increase the transparency around 5 or 6 key dimensions that are of interest. But ultimately, what is it doing? It's ultimately trying to hold central banks, regulators, countries accountable that makes it much more investable to all investors.